What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Teen mom star Kailyn Lowry has just announced via her podcast that her fourth pregnancy that she's currently on is considered a high-risk pregnancy. According to Kail, the reason for that is because of her weight. She says that she was the heaviest that she'd ever been in her life ahead of going into this pregnancy, and that's what's caused it to be categorized as high risk. And she also, I think this is the first time that she mentioned it, because I don't recall ever hearing anything about it, but she also revealed that she suffered from anemia and that was impacting her doctor's decisions to classify her pregnancy. In her podcast with co-host Lindsay Chrisley, she said, and I quote, "I am at the heaviest weight I've ever been before I got pregnant, and then obviously now while I'm pregnant. So that's been a little hard, but also I haven't had any real complications, like I just haven't. My glucose is good, all my stuff is good, so I went to the doctor today and I saw a new doctor." The reason why she's talking about seeing another doctor is because she mentioned earlier on in this pregnancy that she wanted to have a home birth with this baby, and so now obviously being classified as high risk, she wants a second opinion to make sure that it is okay to still go ahead with those plans for a home birth. She said, and I quote, "I know that I'm anemic, and I've known that I'm anemic for years, but he was telling me how he wanted to make sure I was taking my iron, and I said, yeah, and he told me that with every pregnancy you lose more blood, which is new to me. Why is this the first time that I'm hearing this with baby number 4 at 37 weeks? I am with Kail on that. Why is it that now she's finding out that she's losing more and more blood with each pregnancy when she's on her fourth one and she's already so far along with this one? I think that she would have had her mindset prepared for a hospital birth with this child if she had known all of this going into the situation. So it's kind of interesting that it never even popped up in casual conversation with these doctors, you know, or like when she's going to get new iron prescriptions and stuff. Like it never kind of popped up like, okay, your levels are here right now and it's because you've already had 3 babies. Nothing of the sort ever popped up. That's fascinating to me. So she said that she's got a third doctor that she spoke to about her current condition, and this doctor told her that she might actually be induced rather than being able to have the home birth because there could be a risk that she would need a blood transfusion at this point, with it being her fourth baby. Honestly, I feel really bad for her because I can't imagine how like heartbreaking it is to have your heart set on giving birth a certain kind of way and it's not turning out to be possible like so late into the pregnancy, and now you're finding out all this stuff that you kind of feel like your doctors should have given you the heads up. But Kail is not letting the possibility of needing a blood transfusion upon delivery stop her from going forward with a potential home birth. She says that she's going to seek yet another medical opinion. She's like, you know what, I'm going to go to a new doctor to confirm, and I quote, "I have a high risk doctor or whatever. The only reason why I'm high risk at this point is because of my weight, and everything else seems to be fine." In my opinion, Kail seems really delusional, or maybe like, I don't want to say naive, like willfully ignorant. You know what I mean? Like you've got 2 or 3 opinions already telling you, listen, you're obese, like you're suffering from obese, you're overweight, whatever, and that makes you high risk for this pregnancy. You might need a blood transfusion. So it's safest for you and your baby for you to have this baby in a hospital. It's not just one person telling you that, it's 2 or 3 people, and now you're about to go see a 4th or something like that. And it's not only like the obesity or being overweight or whatever that is a risk factor for her. Kail is also anemic, which is what she mentions in the podcast. That presents its very own set of complications. In fact, I went to mayoclinic.org to see how anemia could affect delivery and how risky it would make a home birth for someone suffering from it. By the way, I suffer from anemia as well. So like, it's not like a drag on her or like, you know, saying automatically just because you're anemic you can't have a home birth or anything like that. I just wanted to get like an idea of what it was that she was kind of risking by going forward with a home birth potentially, with obesity and anemia being her risk factor. So yeah, like in my opinion, the idea of needing a blood transfusion is terrifying enough and obviously wouldn't be possible with a home birth. So I would think that that would like kind of wake her up and go, you know what? As much as I would love to do this, it's not safe for my baby and it's not safe for myself. And I need to be safe for this baby and all my other kids too, right? But no, she's gonna go forward with it. if this final opinion turns out to be what she wants to hear, or maybe she'll just keep asking people until she hears what she wants to hear. I don't know. But anyway, the other risk factors here said that there was a risk of preterm delivery, low birth weight, and infant death immediately before or after birth. And it also said that having 2 pregnancies closely spaced together exacerbates the risks. And we know that her son, Lux Russell, is only 2 years old. So I guess that could be considered pregnancies close together because, you know, a pregnancy is like 10 months technically. So she got pregnant like a year after already having a baby. So yes, I think that adds to it. So now it's a trio of things that make this a high risk pregnancy for her, but she's claiming that everything is fine. You know, she's like, my levels are good. It's just like on paper because I'm overweight, this is a high risk. And I don't know that is the truth. Like, you know, with all of these things kind of going together, I think that Kailyn is the type of person who only hears what she wants to hear, and then she wants to convince us that, you know, all of that did happen as well. Like, she has been clocked for being a pathological liar. So I don't know that I believe her. For her sake and her baby's sake, I hope that she's telling the truth. But again, this is Kailyn we're talking about, and she lies about as much as Janelle does. With all those 3 risk factors combined, obesity, anemia, and 2 pregnancies spaced close together, I personally don't understand why she is so hell-bent on going through with a home pregnancy. I think that some women in the West take for granted the advances that medicine has had. Like, we used to have high infant mortality rates, like through the roof, until advances were made in medicine. This is the same woman who does not believe in vaccines because she watched a Netflix documentary on it, right? I'm just saying. Guys, what do you think about this, you know, cocktail recipe of like anxiety that Kailyn is putting herself in just to have a home birth? Is she being a little bit unreasonable, or should she fight for what it is that she wants? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.